we've not been able to harness, we've not been able to, use these blessings to the best of our abilities, right? But there's one thing we've been able to do, and that's our ability to play politics in River State, right from 1999, when we, left the military era and into a democratic era. We've played politics, and we've played it so well. Sometimes very bad politics, sometimes negative politics. But yeah, we have been able to bring out some strong men when we talk politics in the country Nigeria. And because of the strong men, because of the plethora of strong men in the political arena in Nigeria that have emanated from River State. River State usually is a political battleground where people are trying to, to show that they are the strongest or they are the smartest politicians. And people are trying to show that they are on ground, that they have a structure. For instance, we've been arguing as to who has the strongest structure, the smartest structure in River State since October of 2023. And I know we talked about it, was it last week or the week before? Imagine what we could have been able to achieve if we were all working in unison, we were working hands in gloves. Do you know what we would have achieved since October of 2023? But, all of that has been relegated to the back burner, and what everybody's talking about right now is the politics or the governor has done this, the governor has not done this, or the FCT minister has done this, the FCT minister has not done that. Like the police have said, the matters are in court, and we would wait for the courts to do the needful, give a judgment. And I do hope that the judiciary, having reserved judgments yesterday, one of the courts, the Court of Appeal, having reserved judgment yesterday as regards to Martin and Victor Okujumbo's argument as to who's the authentic Speaker of the House of Assembly, and many other cases, we hope that these judgments can be done quickly and dispensed off with, in good time, so that all of these matters no longer linger. But while the matters are in court, while the police is, seen occupying local government structures in the 23 LGAs, there's still a cause for worry. There's still a cause for concern. Now, you heard it. The governor came out and said there is peace in River State, and the governor wasn't lying. I mean, people are going about their businesses, right? People are walking on the streets of Port Harcourt, on the streets of Obiakpo, on the streets of Emoa, on the streets of Akokotori, on the streets of Asaritoru, on the streets of Degema, on the streets of Ogba Egbema Indoni, on the streets of Onelga, on the streets of people are working and walking. They've got, access to places as enshrined in the Constitution. So yes, the governor is right in a sense, However, we cannot ignore the fact that 2 people died in Omuma as reported by the police. We cannot deny that fact, right? We cannot deny the fact as well that we cannot deny the fact that with the erstwhile local government chairman and councillors and the committees that are set in one corner, about 21 local government chairmen, and there are people saying we no go agree. You must have seen the statement put out by Samuel Wanasike. It was yesterday. I think I saw it this morning. You must have seen it. It's on social media. It's almost everywhere. It's viral. You must have seen all of that. And with them saying we no go agree, and with the caretaker chairman and the committees that they have set up. By the way, you must know, you should know that the governor did he swore in caretaker chairman, was it yesterday now, and them in return decided to swear in their committees that would ensure smooth running of their administration. Even though the governor has come out to say, hey, it's not for a long time, you're going to be there for a short time. In a jiffy, we would have put the wheel rolling for local government elections. Guess what? Even RESEC has put out a statement. I think it was 2 days ago. I think 2 nights ago, when they came out with a statement and said that they would bring out a timetable for elections, local government elections, timetable and guidelines in the month of July. I think July the 1st, and that's in a couple of days' time. It's going to really be interesting, really intriguing. We saw the barricading of local government secretariats on Monday, Tuesday. We saw that happen. All of these things have, the possibility of being blown out of proportion, right? And yet the governor has insisted, remember, he's the chief security officer, and he has insisted there is peace in Rivers State. However, my first question is, with all of these things, I no go agree. When there's, what we say in our parlance, I no go agree, 90 tier shirts. And you see, I've asked the various political actors. I asked the now caretaker chairman of Port Harcourt local government area on Monday, what will happen, if the other people are provocative. I've asked also the other side. I think it was Chidil one I asked the other day, what will happen if the other side, provocates or is being provocative. And I got answers from them, but usually in the heat of the moment, sometimes things can blow out of proportion, and that is why we're talking about peace. And I do wish my guest was on the show today. He is a clergyman. He would have been able to put things into perspective for us. However, I like to get your thoughts. I like to talk with you. I like to understand what you're thinking. The police have said they are on ground. The police have actually, in my opinion, calmed the situation, because there is no fighting from both camps. Everybody, is looking from the side. Yesterday we talked about it during our big stories. The governor said, oh, you can work from anyway. I like to call it work. You still them. You can work remotely. You can work from 92.3 Nigerianville. All right, good to have you. Now, quickly, I'm going to open the phone lines, and basically our conversation is about peace in Rivers State. Now, the governor has said what he has said as it relates to peace. Let's take a listen to him once again.
Rivers State is peaceful. You can see we are moving about inspecting, as against what you see on the screens of your television, that police is everywhere, that we don't move about anymore, that Rivers State is under siege. We're not under siege. The state is free, and if at all there is any problem in the state, I know quite alright that Nigerians know where the problem is coming from, not from us. We are peace-loving people. It is already written all over us.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So he has said, peace-loving people, River State is peaceful. However, like I said, there are a couple of things happening. So I'm going to go straight to the phone lines. My guest is ready. I'm going to try to connect with my guest. But first, let's take 1, 2, 3 calls. 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, and 0817-923-0007. WhatsApp number 0809-0306-416. 92.3 is on the line. Anybody home? Hello, what's your name and where are you calling in from?
Yes, I'm Dede calling from Milwaukee.
All right, welcome, Dede.
Yes. I just listened to the governor. From what he said so far, I think the very large extent, just as I'm walking on the road, there is peace. And what I know that we have is political unrest. And it's deliberate because of what you said concerning structure or no structure. And in Nigerian politics, it's very, very unfortunate that people are still trying to play supremacy over whoever that they thought that is that whether they are subject or whatever. And that is the problem that we are having. So for me, for police to take over some of the local government secretariat is very, very bad. And now they want telling the whole world. I don't know how these people reason that a policeman who is trained is saying that they will be there until the court judgment. I don't understand. There are some areas that these people, we are shouting and insulting the governor before this time. Police didn't take over. When Ikuru local government chairman was the former, he didn't say anything. They didn't go there. See, the law saying you buy, market for farmers from Wednesday. And nobody visited. Some people we are insulting them. Nobody visited their police did not go there to ask them to stop. I'm seeing it as deliberate act and a script being played just to please one man. But it's very unfortunate. I know that it cannot go the way them they want. God will glorify His name in this place. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much for your thoughts there. Thank you very much for your take. My guest is here is a clergyman, Prophet Godwin Ikuru, and we will be speaking with the Prophet Godwin Ikuru on peace in River State as we talk for development. Welcome. Can you hear me very well now? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, welcome, Prophet Godwin Ikuru. I've been trying to reach you. Apparently, your number was unavailable. We still have some few more minutes, so let's quickly delve into the conversation for today and make do of the time that we have left. The first question I want to throw at you is, looking at the River State situation, and like the governor said, there is peace in River State. Do you think we have been able to establish peace in River State? What are your thoughts?
If the governor say a peace is River State, and then why are the people moving around and destroying property in River State in the name of speaking or guys talking for the government. So that's not peace. I don't see it as peace.
Okay. What's your definition of peace then? From the River State political angle or perspective, what would you call peace? What would you say is peace?
What I call peace, every human being knows what is peace. And peace is when a state has peace, you don't hear all these fight, arguments, breaking of properties, scattering of House of Assembly, and then breaking an image of a former governor. That's not peace. So the definition of peace is what we're enjoying in Lagos State today. Lagos State is peaceful. There is no fight, there is no argument. Everywhere is peaceful. The government is progressing. The state governor is progressing. And everybody walks very free. Today, River State is hot like fire. So if the governor says there is peace in River State, I think he's trying to use the flame of word as a city government of the state so that people wouldn't look at it as something that is very, very, very hot.
Now, when you say it's like, River State is like a flame of fire, I'm in River State. I've moved around. People are moving around. People are going about their businesses. People are doing what they're supposed to do. Is that not, the characteristics of peace? I'm wondering.
Yes. My brother, don't misquote me. Okay. We're talking about the misunderstanding between the former governor of the state and the governor of the state. River State, that I know, is a place I grew up. I grew up there. It's a land that there is no place I don't know in River State. So River State, when I mean that there is crisis a little bit when it comes to Wike and the city governor, there is crisis. There is crisis, which So my advice, like I want to say, if you want me to go ahead or you want me to stop
go ahead. I would like to hear what then should be what we should do to get peace, because you're saying there is the absence of peace. So what can we do to get peace then? Let's listen to you.
Okay, fine. The government is the chief security of the state.
Okay.
Fubara is the chief security of the state. Why His Excellency Jensen Wike is the former governor of the state. Now is the minister of the FCT. He brought him to power. He brought Fubara to power. When we talk about peace, as we speak right now, there is a tussle, power tussle that is going on. I look at it that the governor needs to have a strong understanding with Barrister Nyesom Wike, the former governor of the state, who brought Fubara to power. So that you know what is happening in the House of Assembly, the challenges now in the local government areas of the state, different local government area of the state, there are crises there. So misunderstanding is everywhere. What I'm calling the governor to do is to have a private meeting with Barrister Nyesom Wike, the man who brought him to power. Please.
Can I pause you for a bit now? Having a private meeting with the former governor, and as I'm talking about the current governor having a meeting with the former governor, would it birth anything? Because they've had meetings, they've even signed resolutions. I like to call it the Abuja Accord. They've even had all of that, and it yielded nothing. We're still back to where we started from in October 2023. So yet again, would that yield any fruit? Would that be fruitful?
Yes, you see, because there is I can see there's something that brought two of them together to say let us work together. The man I know, Barrister Nyesom Wike, the former governor of the state, He's my very close person. He's a man of peace. 24 hours is a man of development. When he was there in the state, he did what he's supposed to do as a governor. And he bring development to the state. Flower 1, Flower 2, Flower 12. Many roads were developed. Many things in River State were developed. So when you come in as the person who succeeded him, there is agreements that must stand between you and him. So what happened to that agreement? And why the first place you agreed to the agreement? And why now you disagree to the agreement? These are the factors. And these are the errors. So you as a man, you have to stand to your word. Because something must unite you with somebody.
Okay.
So as we look at it now,
can I pause you once again? Sorry,
okay,
I do have questions. My apologies. Now you have said that there was an agreement that gave birth to the Sim Fubara administration, the agreement between him and his predecessor, right? What if the agreement is inimical to the development of the state? Should the governor go ahead?
The agreement is not inimical to the governor first, that he accepted it. Now he's now a governor. He now look at it that this thing will be against the state. So I look at it that these are the area I'm coming from. Sir, please, can we have a round table? This thing is not supposed to be brought to the public, but right now it's in the public domain. Okay, sir, how do we do this? I know you love this state. How do we solve this issue? I'm the chief security of the state. If anything goes wrong in the state, I'm the one that's going to be held accountable as a governor of the state. So, sir, please, I want you to look at this matter this way. I want you to look at this matter this way. I personally have called Fubara. I called him several times. He refused to pick my call. When he came to Lagos, I was in the president's house, and then I went to him. I was supposed to discuss, but he was moving in a hurry, and I myself, I was also moving in a hurry. So we could not discuss, but I've sent him several text messages. I want to discuss with him. I want to talk to him. Because, you see, after this tenure, there's another tenure, right? He will want to become a governor again after 4 years. So the structure that brings you to power, or the ladder that carry you to the top, you can't say you climb to the top and you push away the ladder. You still need the ladder to climb on.
I'm of the opinion, and I don't know if I'm wrong or right, that the people are supposedly the ladder that brings in any politician to power. But then again, listening to you, you've said that you've tried on several occasions to reach out to the governor. Have you also tried to reach out to the FCT minister to say, hey, what is happening in your state? Why are you and your political son fighting? Why don't you do it like this? Why don't you do it like that? Why don't you call him and embrace, your son and see how you can move the state forward, and so that there can be peace? And like you've said, all of these things would not be out there in the public domain. Have you tried to do that as well?
You see, this is, I think about 3 days ago, I call a very good friend of mine, and the former Dr. Samuel Inshi, and he was telling me, Fubara your brother say there will not be peace in the River State. Now, the point I'm trying to say here is this. Like you said, people walk free in River State. There's no maybe, but there's problem in the political rank. But people walk around. There's problem in the political rank, and whether you like it or not, the authority control their services. If there is no peace in the palace, it will affect the street. So we want progress in Rivers. And that is why I am calling on Fubara that come, please, we want peace. He is the sitting governor of the state. We need peace. If anybody offend you, forgive them. Okay, this is a wicked team. This is my team. It shouldn't be there. It should be so. This is one party.
But it is good. It is good you've now mentioned, Dr. Samuel Wanosika, I believe. You must have also seen some viral videos online when some of the embattled, or should I say, former local government chairmen, were using very abusive words, to describe the governor, using certain hash words, on the governor. Do you think even if you're calling for peace, it should be both ways?
I personally called Dr. Samuel.
Okay.
I personally called him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, those words you are using is too harsh. And he promised me that he will not use such words anymore. That I'm sorry. I personally called him.
Okay.
So I said, don't use a further. I think we talked yesterday as well. Don't use further this words like that, because it's one family. So the peace, if like I said now, Fubara should pick my call. I want to speak to him. I believe he's hearing on this radio. He should pick my call. Nobody use trouble to make up anything. You see, if you look at the video online, the team, the groups that are following him, and the groups that are following the minister, and if you look at the minister very well, the minister wants peace. He needs peace. Wike is a man of peace. I know sometimes.
So sorry. Once again, I'm really sorry. I keep cutting you short. But if you say Wike is a man of peace, the impeachment process, remember, started all of this brouhaha, and some have said the impeachment process was because of the FCT minister.
You see, something will make something to happen.
Okay.
It is when the root of the tree is destroyed. I don't think the main tree will stand. The challenge is that we can look at his side. That I believe this young man, I call him to come and eat. Why did he want to remove food from my mouth? People say, Pikin when no one say making mama sleep, that child also will not sleep. So my own in between, I have also talked to the minister that I want peace. And that is why you see that himself has shielded his sword.
Okay.
I've called him and I've said, I want peace in the States. Let Rivers State be peaceful. Because Rivers State is the heart of Nigeria. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is not happy of what is happening. He wants peace around everywhere. Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a man that wants peace. He wants peace. And myself, I'm a preacher of peace. Like I will say, if there is violence in any state, that state is breaking out from the mission and the vision of the president. Our vision is the Renew Hope agenda. We must give hope. And this is what we must preach to everybody. So my preaching to the governor and my little advice to him is that when you look at this issue, there is still a way to escape to peace. So I'm looking at him and I'm calling on him to pick my call so that we can come to that round table of where there will be peace in the government house.
Now I listen to you. My time is almost up, but I listened to you carefully this time, and you said you've spoken with the FCT minister, and he made mention to you that the governor is trying to remove the food from the table after bringing him to the table, right? If I heard you correctly. So is that the root cause?
No, it's not him who says so.
Okay,
that is a parable.
Okay,
I mean that word is a parable.
Okay,
yes.
So can you explain before that what the parable means?
If you send your son to school, spending money on that child to go to school, if the child go to school and come out very well and have a good job, the father who owned that child will not be hungry. Am I right or not?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So, like you now, your family, they are proud of you. Your family anytime they call you,
okay,
you provide something on the table.
All right.
The same also. So your family have a good relationship with you. So any child you show a road, there is no how you will not benefit from that child.
Okay.
That's what I mean. If the child you show a road, you bless, that child say you are nobody, then there will be a problem. So thank you. I remain the prophetic Hall of Fame, Prophet Godwin Ikuru.
Before we go, one more question. So your advice to the governor, because you have just said he is the chief security officer of the state, and the responsibility of peace is saddled. He is the one saddled with the responsibility. Yeah. So now the question then is, what should he do directly to be able to obtain that political peace that you're calling for? Okay, now it's I see Fubara that he has wisdom. Okay.
And the wisdom that is in him is enough to start peace in the state. The staff of peace to come on the political ranking, from the government house to the House of Assembly. The governor should call a meeting, and that meeting should be a meeting of peace.
All right,
and embrace everybody.
All right.
The governor should call a meeting.
All right.
In all the local government and in all the House of Assembly members, those they have commissioner and so many. Whom he said that Luke is one that brought those people.
Prof, I've got to go. Rather, Prophet, I've got to go. My time is up. But thank you very much for your time. And you should call a meeting of peace, you say. But I've got to go. Commercial break up next.